Hi guys, and welcome back to Blues Focus TV, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Blues' upcoming away fixture against Bournemouth. Now this could be a tough one. It's coming in a difficult patch because we've just had Sheffield United, another parachute payment team, and Bournemouth had a pretty exciting deadline day from their perspective. Probably not from the rest of the league's perspective though, as I think they're heading for one of those automatic promotion spaces. However, let's get into the video, starting off with our opposition. And Bournemouth, they're third in the table, they've won 3 of their last 5, and their last game was a 1-0 win against Barnsley. Now their deadline day, they managed to sign Nat Phillips, Todd Cantwell and Freddie Woodman all on loan. The Cantwell one, I don't know how they've managed to pull that off because he'd easily get into Norwich's team. And then they've also signed on permanent deals Kiefer Moore and a target you'll know as Blues are after him, Siriki Dembele. A lot of good players, and I'm hoping that Dembele doesn't score against us because, well, he rejected us, didn't want to come to us, went to Bournemouth. It would be a bit of a kick in the teeth if he managed to score. They haven't been firing as consistently recently. Obviously, they started very well, but they've been going through a few little patches where they'll just get 2 losses here, or they won't win in 4, or, something like that. So they're not as consistent. But with those additions, I think that might change, and I think they might be competing with Fulham now to win the league, and those two will probably be the top 2. They did, in their last match, play against Boreham Wood in the FA Cup, Boreham Wood of the National League, and Boreham Wood came away with a 1-0 victory. Massive upset. Bournemouth, with all those new signings as well, registered at the club, some of them featured, couldn't score against National League Boreham Wood. So that can give you a bit of confidence, but I'm expecting them to bounce back from that. And I'm hoping it's not an absolute battering. That's it for Bournemouth. Let's move on to the Blues. And well, Blues, back in 18th. Not really surprising, as we always come crawling back to 18th position on 33 points, and that comes after losing 2-1 to Sheffield United. And I have to say, I hate putting a game down to poor refereeing, but I can't wait for another EFL apology letter because that was pretty shambolic. Now, Billy Sharp for their second goal was offside. Neil Everidge has to come sprinting out because Sharp's in an offside position. They don't call it. Chases down Everidge. Everidge has to header it out. And then from there, they break and score. Now that should never happen, as the flag should go up straight away for Billy Sharp. But it's just what we've come to expect now as Blues fans. So we have to move on and just make sure we win our so-called easier games. That game had plenty of positives, even though we didn't get anything out of it. Lyle Taylor got his second goal for the club. It was another composed finish, nice and low. And yeah, he looks very clinical. Bakuna also played well, registered an assist. And yeah, the new players have really brought a different side to this Blues team, and we can compete with anyone really. The fact that we played that well against Sheffield United, midfield and attack, brilliant. Defence, not so good, and that's why we ended up losing the game. I'm expecting now, in this game, against Bournemouth, it's a similar side, parachute payment team that have got a lot of players who have been in the Premier League recently. So I'm expecting the same lineup, Bowyer to try and stick with consistency. Chong, Deeney and Taylor Richards, none of them are going to be available by the looks of it. Definitely not Chong anyway. But stick with the same lineup and hopefully it can work this time, because although we haven't won a game with this lineup, only played the 2 with it against Derby and against Sheffield United, our football is so much better and I actually enjoy watching Blues, which has been difficult to say over the past season really, since Chong got injured. That's it for Blues. Let's get on to the head-to-head. And in the head-to-head, probably our worst one yet. We lost the reverse 2-0, and we haven't not lost a game since 2013 against Bournemouth. They always beat us. And a lot of Blues fans will remember losing 8-0 to them. So let's hope that we don't get a repeat of that. And I think these new players might need a bit of time to gel in. And I can see us getting something out of this game. I know I say it every time. Not going to go for the win this time like I have a lot recently. I think we can get a point off Bournemouth just because players need to gel in. And we're playing some good football. We've got to have a bit of luck sometime soon. So I'm going 1-1. So those are my thoughts on the upcoming away fixture against Bournemouth. But I want to know, what are yours? Let me know down in the comments who's going to win the game, what's the score going to be, and who's going to get the goals. Also, there were some good protests against Sheffield United. The faceless owner with the white mask, the whole metaphor worked really well, came across on Sky well. Also, hear all the whistles going in the first 10 minutes. Keep pushing. Hopefully there'll be some change very soon. I've been James from Blues Focus TV, and make sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Blues related content. And head over to my channel too and subscribe over there. It really means a lot and I really appreciate it. Up the Blues.